This is an emergency Jamie and Julia episode. I'll explain right after the...
Bon appétit.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my home. Please get comfy, and I'm back where I belong. With Jules, Julia child. Oh, how I missed thee. Mastering the Art of French Cooking Cookbook. You know, Jamie and Julia, I've made almost 150 videos following along to her recipes, and there has always been one of them that has been on my hit list for as long as I can remember. And that is this, coquille Saint-Jacques à la Provençale. English, scallops gratineed with wine, garlic, and herbs. Or I guess I'm in Canada now, I can say herbs. Herbs, big fan of scallops over here, never get enough of them, but I've had this recipe on hold until I could do it right. Here's the thing, you're looking for scallops that are still attached to their shells. That may be an easy thing to find. I was probably just not looking hard enough. Or I could just go to the store and buy naked scallops and use Pyrex shells instead. I was waiting for the opportunity to reveal itself to me, and this week it did. Oh yes, finally! Cool. I was just at some random grocery store and they had this epic frozen seafood section, and I just look over and there they are. I just couldn't believe it. I didn't hesitate. I just bought them. And then I came here and started telling you this story. The only caveat to all of this is that they were frozen. I don't know if that's what Julia had in mind when she wrote this recipe, frozen scallops, but at the same time, who cares? You know? Let's get to work. Here I come with a small saucepan and medium heat going on that mofo, and tablespoon of butter. One of my all-time favorite things, sauteing onions. Minced, 1/3 cup worth. I do love how Julia, she has a specific way with words when sauteing onions. Tender and translucent, but not browned. How many times have I said that? Plenty. I miss those words. Not to get romantic here, but watch your onions. But I love her. Perfect, it's been 5 minutes. I'm gonna add in minced shallot, 1.5 tablespoons, 1 clove of minced garlic. And turn the heat down and cook that slowly just for a minute only. Take that off the heat until I need it. So this episode is sponsored by my ride or die, Made In. And Made In Cookware. I've been using their stuff for a while now. We're in a pretty committed relationship. Their stainless clad pans are professional quality, made for people like us, home cooks, who are passionate about what they're using in the kitchen. They're crafted in Italy and the US, completely without coatings, and they use 5-ply stainless steel construction. 5 layers that are giving you even heating, heat retention, and control. See the handles? They stay cool, they're balanced, and you can just toss that right into the oven. As hot as you can make it, I dare ya. Up to 800 degrees Fahrenheit, and they're used by professional chefs in over 3,000 restaurants, including Michelin star restaurants, and well, that makes me feel a little more competent. Made In's offering up to 30% off their Black Friday sale, their best deals of the year. So if you've been thinking about upgrading your pans, use my link in the description, check out the stainless steel collection, as well as my other favorites over at Made In, and thank you very much. Let's get back to work. Whew. Don't know what I was expecting with that. So yeah, they're not gonna win in the looks department just yet, but they will. I gotta figure out how to get the meat off the shell. I have a feeling it's very similar to just what you would do with oysters, and I've done that plenty, so let's shuck a scallop. Okay, perfect. Just detach it from that shell there, cutting through the muscle. That's a scallop.
You now need to remove the frill and the black gut sac. Pull the top frill over the scallop and then pinch away the lower frill and gut sac. remove any other unwanted material, leaving just the white adductor muscle and the orange roe.
All this undesirable stuff, which I think this is the gut sac or the stomach, or it looks like a kidney bean. You squeeze it and it looks like poop comes out of it. It doesn't look appetizing. And then this abductor muscle, you got to pull that off. I think that used to be where the eyes were too. I know scallops have many, many eyes. They're always watching. Clean it up and then just tear apart, just rip all the stuff off that you don't want to eat. There's a scallop. Whoa, scallops. Separated the scallop meat from the shells. It looks like everything needs a good wash. Scrape all the stuff off the shells, wash in warm water. I know, wash them well too, just in case there's any sand hiding in there. Scallops themselves, how about just cold water and just rinse, rinse, rinse. So gently dry the scallops. I like my ruler. So I've been waiting years to make this recipe. I don't want to screw it up by being a numbskull. I gotta cut it a 1/4 inch thick. Just before serving these suckers, I want to sprinkle with some salt and crack on some pepper. Don't go crazy. It says I need a cup worth of flour, but I think I don't need that much. How about that? Scallops go in, roll around in the flour. See, I didn't need a cup worth, just whatever this was, 1/4 cup. Shake off the excess. This is not something you do in advance. You just do it right before cooking, you know? Aw. What is this? I'm not driving spatula. I'm not driving t-shirt. This must be an anti-chef merch drop. What? Starting November 14th. Right now, actually. You can pick either of these suckers up separately, or you can combine them. Choice is yours, but you gotta act fast. It's only for 2 weeks so that we can ensure that they make it in time to slide underneath the Christmas tree. Visit antichef.shop, linked in the description. In bay leaves, we trust. Oh, if you come over back to the stove. So I'm gonna use my stainless steel pan and 2 tablespoons of butter. Needs to be hot, very hot. High heat, medium, high, okay. And a tablespoon of olive oil. Saute the scallops in the hot butter and oil for 2 minutes in total. 1 minute per side. I gotta assume, brown them lightly. I'm gonna do 1 minute per side. I know Julia well. She would want me to do that. Flip them. 2/3 cup worth of dry white wine. Hell yeah! And let's just kind of scrape up the good stuff too. So we gotta add in some of the flavors of Provence. Here is a 1/4 teaspoon of thyme. Excuse me, that was just 1/8 teaspoon of thyme. You know, it's just a little. All right, and crack open my new bag of bay leaves here. And holy Toledo, those are big. Just says to use a halfer, but I was gonna use the full damn thing. That is how embarrassing. A big bay leaf. The cooked onion mixture goes in there as well. I almost missed that. It's like kind of an afterthought in the recipe. All right, so now I cover, simmer for 5 minutes. Remove the bay leaf. Heat off over here. Cleaned and dried scallop shells, a glass of wine, and softened butter. Okay, and then obviously Jules has us buttering each one of these shells. I mean, you'd really be a fool not to, right? And spoon the scallops and the sauce onto the shells. Honestly, I don't need this many shells. There's no way in hell you need this many shells. Generous grating of Gruyere cheese on top. Do generous. I mean, you gotta do generous. In this situation, I'd like to do generous. Don't count Julia out just yet. We're dotting each one of these with some butter. I'm ready for these now. I'm gonna stick them under a hot broiler for 3 to 4 minutes until they've lightly browned and they gotta heat through. Okay, so let's figure out a cool way to decorate. My kind of contribution here is just some chopped parsley on top, and then I decorated with some parsley as well. I'm kind of unsure about that, but order up! Was this worth the wait? Of course. Yep, totally. How could that not be good? If you like scallops, if you like cheese, if you like butter, there's some sort of tangy, oh, the acidity. Is it the acidity from the wine and from like the shallots? Just as I suspected, that is the ideal first course to your meal. It's a starter. It's not a main course. And she says that if you wanted to make it a main course, you could. I don't think you'd want to. You have one shell and you're good. I'm about to have 4, but I am the exception. You serve it with the chilled Sauvignon Blanc or a rosé. It's up to you. I had the Sauvignon Blanc open. Oh my God. I think the thing that stole the show for me was that sauce that I made. It started with the onions and the shallots, and then I added in the white wine. And did I do anything else? Me don't remember. A bay leaf, thyme, the flavors of Provence. I am glad I finally made that. Cross it off the list. Another Julia recipe down. Just a short recipe that took no time and it was delicious, and you're not about to watch a 35-minute video. Hopefully keep this one under 10. We'll see. Can't predict. All right, I'm gonna get going. This was Jamie and Julia. Bon appetit. Au revoir.
Bon appetit.
If there was one thing I could pinpoint here to be improved, and I'm just looking for issues, there's not really an issue here. I would cook the scallops for less time. They could have been more tender. That's on me, I think. I don't know, actually, because the scallops were frozen when I bought them and I thawed them out, so maybe that affects something. Because they're not like entirely fresh. Hinky.